Hi guys, my name is Dominique Drew, and I'm a relationship coach who specializes in addressing your relationship with yourself, okay? And all of the problems that come into your personal life and your business life when there are issues with the relationship with the self, which is like most people on the planet at any given time. Now, I have to say that a lot of the work that I do is around authenticity. I have actually a 3-month program called The Art of Authenticity that is really about becoming effortlessly and fearlessly yourself, right? Radiating out your authentic self, really resting in that as opposed to being kind of a little outside yourself all the time, trying to be something or trying to be seen a certain way or, however it is that you're showing up. This leaves room to clear all of that so that you can rest, really rest comfortably in who you are. Can you feel that as I say it? It's almost like for me, I can feel like it coming back and just like sitting in my body, okay, without fear. Now, I did not used to be able to do this. I was always outside myself, and that really impacted my boundaries, which is what I want to talk about in this video. So around authenticity, I had a teacher in school say to me, there are 3 yous. There's the you people think you are, there's the you think you are, and there's the you really are. And that was very paradigm shifting for me because I was able to see a distinction in particular between the last 2. I knew, it made more sense to me that there was a you people think you are. Sure, because people have their own perception, and I was pretty advanced in the work at that time. But then, a difference between who I think I am and who I really am. And I felt the sort of clunk. My system sort of consider a new template, a new paradigm, a new way of being, one that was truly authentic. And so in the issue of boundaries, authenticity comes in very clearly. If you heard my last video, I talked about how oftentimes when there's a problem in your life, people will address it incorrectly. And what I mean by that is, I use the example of if you want to go to the gym, but you can't motivate yourself to do it, people try to fix the motivation as if that's the problem instead of looking at what's causing the motivation, the lack of motivation, right? That's a whole different game. Why aren't you going to the gym is one thing. Why are you feeling like you don't want to go to the gym is a different thing, okay? And I focus more on the latter, on the earlier part of that. What is the actual source of what you're talking about? And then that leads us down into, previous energetic templates that you carry around who you actually are. So as a successful person, you've probably got, maybe you've got boundaries relatively dialed in. That tends to happen simply because more people want things from you, more people are trying to sell you things. And in order to become successful, a lot of people find a lot of use in the word no, right? When I started becoming successful, I started saying no to so much shit. And I loved it because the more I said no to, the more laser focused I was on what actually matters, right? Which for me was building my company, et cetera, or whatever I was doing at the time. So when it comes to boundaries, being authentic is the first step, okay? In other words, somebody says, hey, do you want to go to this concert with me? The first thing, I hear the question and I look for a response in my body. Does my body want to go to a concert with this person in this time frame? Okay. It doesn't have anything to do with whether or not I've gone out with them before. It doesn't have anything to do with our previous relationship or what they might think about me, but it used to. Okay. So what used to happen, and this might be where you are now, is I would just sort of like leave my body a little bit and I would give them the answer that they wanted. Okay, they want to go with me. I want to make sure you're happy. And I prioritized them being happy over what I wanted. In fact, I did that so much and so quickly, so instantaneously, that I didn't even know whether I wanted to go to the damn concert or not. I didn't even know. I couldn't even tell whether I wanted to. That's how fast the yes was. That's how fast the people pleasing would come in, and I would run over myself. Just like, ah! And that damaged me. Every time I did it, that was a little bit damaging. But I had my underlying reasons for it, which were formed in childhood, and da-da-da-da. I worked through all of that, and I got to the point where I could, either immediately feel in, or say I need to take some time to feel into whether or not I want to do that. I could then stop. Oh, you know what? That does sound good. Let me get back to you tomorrow. Let me call you back. I might be interested in that. Yeah, I'll check it out and I'll get back to you, right? So in these ways, I was able to begin prioritizing what I wanted, what my body said yes to or no to, versus what they wanted me to do. And until that prioritizing shifted in me, I was a people pleaser, and I got run over. I ran over myself for the sake of the other because I wanted them to love me. Love me, love me, love me. I know that's sexy, right? You want to hang out with that person. Please love me. Okay? So with boundaries, obviously, no is a very important aspect of this. Now, that's if you have a difficulty setting boundaries, saying no. But there are more than one issue to have with boundaries. Some people set boundaries like this. Boom! This is what we will do. You will not ask me again to go to a concert because I'm saying no. Right? Boundaries don't need to be brick walls. Okay? They might be when you're first learning. Like I went from people pleasing where my boundaries was like a wet noodle, if it was there at all. And then I might have gone to a brick wall for a while. I don't know. The pendulum does tend to do this. That's fine. But if your issue is no, right? If you're overdoing, then that's equally as out of alignment type of a boundary as people pleasing is. Okay? Not saying no enough, saying no too much. Okay? The ideal for boundaries is what we call firm yet flexible. Okay? You could come to me now and say, hey, Dominique, I would love to do this thing. And I could say no in a way that was like so just soft and flexible and lovely. But the answer is definitely still no. Thank you so much. You know, that really makes me feel great to be at. Doesn't matter how I do it, right? But when it is clear in yourself, here, then you can simply put it out and it's matter of fact. Okay? In that way, what you're doing is you're standing in your own authority. This doesn't have to do with your status in life. This has to do with your relationship with yourself. Okay? Lots of people are in, positions of authority and they're out of balance in their boundaries. Okay? Maybe they're too strong. Maybe their default is no because there's fear around being steamrolled. You don't need to have that. You can simply choose no and stand comfortably and lovingly in your no. Done. Okay? So there's this firm yet flexible. Stand in the authority of your own life. If you don't know what your answer is, communicate that. You don't have to know the answer every time. That's crazy talk. So simply say that. You know what? I'm not sure. I totally hear that you need to hear within 30 minutes. I'll take 30 minutes. If I can find out, great. If not, no problem. I'll catch you on the next one. So what I do now when that comes to me, if I don't know what I want in that moment, then I will simply say that. And I'll say, listen, if you need to know within a certain time, you're welcome to text me back by when you need to know. But I may not have an answer by then. So if not, don't worry about it. I'll just say no. Okay? I'm not going to torture myself about it anymore. Now I'm going to take the space that I need to make the decision that I want. If there's not enough space, according to that person's schedule and what they're inviting me to, I'm so sorry to have missed it then. I'm afraid I can't get clarity in that amount of time. Okay? See how I'm just like, there's no problem. I'm not triggered. I'm not worried that that I don't exist or that I'm not being heard or that whatever, because why? because I'm hearing myself. The only time we worry about not being heard is when we're ignoring ourselves. That's what leads to that feeling. Then we start projecting it out on other people. You're not hearing me. It's not their job to hear you. It's yours. This is another video, but I thought I would just throw that in there, okay? So with boundaries, come back to that firm yet flexible. If there's drama around it, oh my gosh, then stop your life. Check out the breathing exercise that I have in my channel, okay? Do the breathing exercise, talk to the reaction. Oh, where am I feeling this? Oh, I'm feeling it in my belly. Okay, what's in my belly? Oh, there's some panic. Oh, okay, cool. So, this might take longer, but I'm just giving you an example. Okay, there's panic. What would the panic like to say? From it, not from here. I explain it in the video. Okay? Do that. Stop your life and talk to the reaction that you're having, because your body is speaking to you in the form of discomfort, pain, fear. Speak. Let it speak. Listen. Boy, I had a really strong reaction when you asked me to come to that thing. I'm not sure what this means. Give me a few minutes. I'm going to go check it out. I'll get back to you. Oh, you can't wait? Okay. Well, in that case, I'll just sit this one out, but definitely hit me up for the next one. See? So when you handle those underlying, the sources of those triggers, okay, when you eliminate those, and once you bring conscious awareness to it, that elimination is permanent. Okay, you don't need to keep going through this over and over again if you're doing it well. You need to do it a few times, effectively, and that's it, depending on what you're carrying, okay? So, firm yet flexible, stand in the authority of your own life. There is no one, because you are an adult person, there is no one anymore who tells you what to do, unless you say they can. Whatsoever. Are you captain of your own life? Or are you giving that job to somebody else? Okay? So it's important to step into your authority. It's also important to know it's nobody's job to take care of you anymore. That's on you too. Okay? Everything we're talking about here is relationship with the self. It's how you show up for yourself. Okay? That is your job. It is your job to love yourself now. Nobody else's. And that's great, because that means that the solution to the issue is within your own power to fix. You're not reliant on anyone else anymore. So, I hope that helps. Drop me a comment below if you have any questions, or if there's anything that I can answer for you. Please don't hesitate to reach out. Go ahead and subscribe, press the like button, and please share this with anybody that you think might benefit from it, because this, really getting the word out, that's my ultimate intention of this work. So thank you so much for joining me.